All right. Hi, everyone. This is your favorite radio host, your only radio host, Corinne Lafont, on Between the Lines, broadcasting to you from the lovely island of Trinidad and Tobago. And it's really sunny out here, a bit overcast, but still beautiful. Some nice puffy clouds, like, little cotton balls. I'm looking at them. They just look so beautiful. And I have with me Layla Khan. Isn't that a beautiful name, Layla Khan?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, she's beautiful. You can see her there. Yeah. So we were talking and having our own conversation before getting to know each other a bit, talking about makeup and hairstyles and graying. I call it I call it a natural look. Okay, natural look. So we were talking about that. Yes. Let me tell you a bit about Layla before we get into our discussion. She's an international soul awakening speaker, author and creator of the Trailblazers Mentorship for women invested in their personal development who want to reach the next level in their personal and or business life. She teaches and awakens self-mastery within each individual to energize their human spirit so that they can experience a deep well of inner potential for a happy, meaningful, and satisfying life. She passionately engages, motivates, and inspires trailblazers to lead lives that fulfill their core desires using the incredible power of their mind and intuition. Lots of information in there about Layla and what she's about and which resonates with me. So Layla, welcome to Between the Lines. How are you? Are you hearing me?
I'm doing really well,
great.
thank you.
Good. I think the internet connection is a bit unstable, so things are a bit delayed, so that's okay. We are working with it.
Yes, we're flowing with it. No, I'm doing really, really well. How are you?
I'm fabulous, fabulous. I see your book behind you. You have everything set up on stage nicely so that we can see your book.
I do this quite a bit, so
so it's a standard.
Yes,
this is beautiful.
Thank you. Beautiful tulips, which I think they'll probably last for another day or two. But yeah, it's the season of tulips, so why not?
It's lovely. I love it. I love the setup. So what are we talking about today again? We're talking about living a life of abundance. Isn't that right? Living a life of abundance. And you mentioned, in the bio that I shared about the power of the mind, intuition, awakening your soul, trailblazers. Those are some key words that I want people to understand. And how does that link with a life of abundance? And first to begin, let's backtrack a little bit, Layla. Abundance. What is that? And why should people be looking to live that life if they already have a problem thinking about abundance? Because they are where they are and I'm okay. Food is on the table, the bills are getting paid, kids are in school, we're not getting wet, I'm sleeping on a sheltered home, I'm good. So is that abundance to someone or should it be more? How can someone frame abundance? Because think of person A that is comfortable in their home, their comfort zone is fine. And somebody else may have the same thing, but their mind knows that there is more out there. They just feel that there is more. They can do more. They can get more. There is more. And person A, person B are having a conversation. And person B, who is thinking about more, is talking a different language to person A. Person A may be saying, why do you want more? Why? You don't, you're good. We're good. We're in the same situation. Everything is good. So there's a lot of things I'm sharing here with you, and I know you're listening. I know you're getting the picture. You jump in here right now.
Yeah. No, I think that's such a good question as well, because what I found through my work, and also because my mindset has always been really different. I've always seen things, yes, in a more positive and optimistic way, but I've always thought outside of the box. So my mindset has always been really creative. And so what I found through my work and just accepting myself is understanding what my personal definitions are of certain words. And I think it's really key for the listeners to kind of get this, and definitely get a piece of paper out and a pen, you know, and jot down some ideas of what these definitions mean for you. And some examples, I'm definitely going to come back to abundance, but just some examples are, what does success mean to you? What does love mean to you?
Yes.
What does health mean to you? What does beauty mean to you? What does joy mean to you? What does money mean to you? And the reason why I asked this question and put it out there to you guys today, and you know, I ask in my coaching practice now, and I'll do it for myself, is to understand how we create our own world in our own space. Yeah, so this space, for those that can see the video, this space around me is like my personal space. So imagine your personal space, if you put your arms out, and that's your personal space. Your personal space is made up of your own fears, dreams, worries, ideas, you know, stories, memories, unsaid things, thoughts. Do you know what I mean? And so this space, it's your space, it's your bubble, and all of us live in our own bubble. So if you were to look at somebody in front of you, a friend or a family member, child, your parent, you know, your spouse, whoever it might be, or even someone that you're sitting beside on a bus,
right?
We're all living in our own world, and this bubble is our own space.
Right.
And it's within that space where our mindset kind of is, and it lives. What lives in this mindset is scarcity or abundance.
Yes.
And our inner world is made up of so much potential and so much joy. So going back to the question about abundance, so what does abundance mean? Now, I'm going to share my definition, and if this resonates for everybody, take it on board. If not, then definitely do that exercise to understand what abundance means for you. I mean, and why I love this question as well is because for such a long time, I couldn't find a definition that worked for me with this particular word. And so over the years, what I've understood that it means is an expansion of well-being.
Yes.
And what that means in the detail is that abundance is the mindset that there is more, and that there is more well-being. Okay, so if I give you an example, so if somebody is stressed, you know, something's happened at home, or they're stressed at work, let's say they're working and their boss has given them 10 tasks to do within the next hour, and there's no way.
They need it yesterday, right? We know the story. Exactly. I need this like last week.
Exactly. And they're getting stressed, and this person's getting anxious, and they might not be saying anything, they might not be showing it, they might just smile and say, okay, thanks, I'll get it done for you, you know, like a lot of people would. In that situation, and that person's actually then going into this fear mindset of like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do it? I haven't got enough time, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. I've got to work through all of these things. I've got to meet this deadline, this deadline. That's going on in their mindset, right? And that's a scarcity mindset. So that is thinking that there is not enough time.
Yes.
You know what I mean? There are not enough resources. Like, you know, I don't know how I'm going to do this. So this idea that I can't do more. Yeah? So that's the scarcity mindset. Now, with my definition of the abundance mindset, which is the expansion of well-being, what that creates is if you were to switch your focus, reframe, take a look at the work that's been given in a different way, and probably much, much more importantly, take a look at yourself in that situation when you're feeling stressed in a new light. As in, I can expand into better well-being, into more well-being. Then I don't have to deal with this work through stress.
Yes. Yeah.
There are options, and this is where the expansion comes in. There are options. There are options to ask for help, ask for an extension, have somebody else maybe do the work, you know, have, you know, look at what is the absolute priority to be done. You know, so that expansion of well-being is creative thinking. It's solution coming out creative.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking when you were talking, because your mind, you've brought yourself in a sense of calm, because you cannot think clearly in a chaotic state. When everything is firing and is going crazy, you can't think. Solutions are not going to come to you. All you're hearing is yeah going on in your head. But when you calm down and you start taking some deep breaths, which is what I do, because we're all under stress, we all have deadlines, you start to think clearly. Ideas that come to you, creative ideas, solutions start coming to you, that you're like, wow, I never thought of that. That could work. You know, I could actually do this. And then you start feeling the sense of, I can accomplish this, this can be done. And then you start seeing that you don't have to do everything, or some of the things that you had to do doesn't have to be done today or in that particular 1 hour time, you know, because this has to take priority over the rest. So, you know, it's that solution, calmness, as you said, reframing, which is very good. I have been in stressful situations, just to share, you know, where, I mean, and today is one of them, where I'm on a deadline, and I tell my mind, I'm going to stop time. I'm going to stop time. And I talk to my spiritual source. I talk to myself, and I'm like, I know the time that I have to do this. I've got a lot of time. I can stop time. So it slows down. And it actually happens. The time actually slows down. And sometimes I'm like, it's just that time alone. Wow, it's not amazing. It felt like if hours had passed, but I'm like, that's it? And you really, I don't know what it is, but it's just the power. Your mind is such a powerful thing. And I touch my head, because this is where we feel the mind is, and it resides somewhere in there, I guess. But people must understand that the mind is not something that you can see or touch. This is the brain in there, even though I'm touching here, but we know the mind is related to thinking. And because your head, your brain is related to thinking, you know, you think it's in here, but this is the brain in here. So the mind is such a powerful thing, and it can control everything in your body, diseases, everything, etc. So I know people have brought themselves back to full health just because of the power of their mind. So why can't I stop time if they can bring themselves back to full health?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, how you talk to yourself in your mind is absolutely everything. Your self-talk is everything. And when it comes to abundance, with regards time, with regards money, with regards clients, with regards relationships, I always remind myself there is always more than enough time. There is always more. There's always more than enough. Like, there is no scarcity. There is no lack. Like, literally, there is no lack. And I've been homeless. I've had no money to buy food. I had nothing. And I mean, nothing around me to where I felt like I could, you know, take care of myself, paying for rent, paying for food, you know, nothing. It was just like, okay, am I going to take myself into this negative loop and go all the way down into a spiral? Exactly, into a spiral where I'm not going to be taking care of myself, or am I going to allow the wonder of the universe? Am I going to allow myself to be provided for by intelligence, by God, you know, by the divine?
Before you say that, you allow yourself, you give the universe permission to help you.
Yes.
You give the universe permission. You allow yourself. So instead of saying, I don't have this and I don't have that, and I can't do this, and oh me, oh my, oh woe is me. You're like, you know the oh woe is me story. It's really not helping you. So when you say, oh, woe is me, are you getting any closer? Are you getting any better? Are you feeling less stress? Are you feel, so I'm like, if that is not helping you, why don't you try the other way? Where but people think, I can't think that way because that's unrealistic. What is reality, really? What is reality? Yeah. And I've had this discussion with people where they think reality is what you see. I'm like, really? Is it?
It's within. It's whatever you choose it to be.
Yeah.
Really, our reality is inside. And the deeper that I go into my own self-mastery journey, through an abusive childhood, through attempting suicide when I was younger, forced engagement when I was a teenager, being disowned by my family for about 14
years. Jesus.
And for making my own choices, because I'm a woman who doesn't like to be told what to do. Like, I know.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do relate. And people like us come upon even greater resistance, Layla.
Yes.
Because we are not following, we are not into what everybody else is doing. And we question a lot. And people don't like when you question. It's like, stop asking questions. Just do what you're told, follow whatever. Just go with where everybody, all the ducks are going that way, just go there. Don't try to be different and walk away.
But then that's how we're trailblazers. That's how we walk away. And
I love that. Yes, that's how we're trailblazers. Or, as they might call us, defiant.
Yeah, and this is the key thing. So this goes back to what is reality.
Yeah.
Perception. What, the first question that you asked me, what does abundance mean? And I said, abundance has different meanings for different people. Definitely different words for different people. It's all perception.
Yeah.
Life is perception. You can choose to see a situation however you want to. Exactly. And you can change your mind. You can choose. Like, the things that honestly, the things that I've been through, it is an absolute miracle. Absolutely, that I'm even alive. Absolutely, 100%. But the fact that I've been through these things and chosen how I'm going to perceive each situation and how I'm going to come through it has been my guiding light, rather than falling into that spiral, rather than falling into that victim mentality, rather than thinking, oh my gosh, my life is just absolutely awful. What, like I hate life. And I did for a very, very long time. I was in that space. Like, things were incredibly, incredibly difficult. And there were times when I was, deeply depressed for a very, very long time. And still really successful, still doing really, really well with my work, and learning to stay true to my heart space, learning to stay true to my inner voice. But in that, there was a lot of depression, stress, anxiety, fears, all these different things would come out. And I had to choose, because if I had chosen to stay in a situation, in a relationship, for example, that was not good for me, right, that was not healthy, if I had chosen to stay in that for longer than I had, then my perception would have stayed a certain way and would have been a certain perception, right? But so let me just give you an example. So before the end of a relationship, usually what people do, they'll think for ages. They'll know that it's not working, and they'll think for ages.
Why do we do that?
Yeah, exactly. It's processing, it's analysis, it's trying to control situations. It really is. And so I did that for a long time. And, I wasn't happy for a long time in one of my relationships, earlier relationships. And what shifted it for me was perspective. There was this idea, I'm going to be single forever. I'm never going to have children. I'm never going to meet somebody. I'm always going to, be like, I'm just going to have to stay and accept this situation.
This is what it is. This is what it is. And there's nothing better. This is it.
So instead of me thinking, hold on a second, there are 8 billion people in this world.
Really?
Whoever counted them. I know that there is at least one person in this world that I'm going to connect with. That one person that is going to accept me exactly as I am and love me exactly as I am.
That's right. That's right. That's right. At least one. And I mean, what are the chances? 8 billion people. Let's think about that for a minute later. You have so many. What's the chance of finding one? And you know, a person might say, it's going to take me damn long to find that one. Let me just stay in the situation that I'm in now. I have somebody, he may not love me, but he's there. I can say to people, I have someone. I can walk out and somebody can see me with someone. I might not be happy. I might not be loved. But that's okay. Society sees us together, and that is acceptable.
Yeah, but it's not, and at the end of the day, in your heart, when you know it's not acceptable, you have to walk away. There are so many women and men that I know of who are in incredibly unhealthy relationships.
Oh yes.
And you know, if this is a message for anybody, it is that there is more for you. However, in that situation, there is better for you. But in that situation, when you know a relationship has ended and you're staying because you're afraid of what life might look like outside of the relationship, that's where you need to bring in that courage and that bravery and say to yourself, you know what? Yes, that is unknown. Life is unknown. It just is. Like, change is so natural. It's so normal. And there is an abundance. There's an abundance of your own resources to deal with the challenges in life, to deal with anything that happens around you. And really, really key thing when it comes to abundance is this lesson I learned when I was really young, well, in my teens, 15, 16 years old, 17, is that choices are there. You always have a choice. And the reason why, you know, I hope people really hear this, why it's so important is because it can be so easy to think, I have no choice in this matter. I have no choice in this situation. I have to stay in this job to pay my bills or to pay my mortgage. I have to stay in this relationship because we have children. I have to, you know what I mean? Like, I have to keep up with this routine because that's what we've always done. But here's something is not healthy for you. If you want change, a positive change, remember that there are choices. And, you know, there's always so many choices, so many different options available to you. One of the things for me when it comes to choices, again, it was a relationship that taught me this, is that walking away never leaves the table. That's the latest wise vibe. So I've got these all over my
Walking away, come again. Walking away never leaves the table.
Yes. So walking away never leaves the table.
Meaning
and what this means is, in any relationship, friendship, family, intimate relationship, any job, any career, any situation that might feel great at the beginning, and over time it becomes something different, the option to walk away never leaves your table. You can always
take it. You have that option. And I've heard people said to me, you know, they're in situations and they're like, they have no choice. I said, no, you always have a choice. You chose to stay, and no choice, no decision is a decision, which people don't realize. Not taking a decision is a decision in itself, and it already speaks to the choice that you made. I want people to realize that the unknown is not as scary as they think it is. It's actually it comes back to perception and perspective. and life, if you just look at life, you go to bed, you don't know if you're going to wake up in the
Yes,
morning.
exactly.
You take a taxi or you're driving, you don't know what can happen.
Yeah.
You send your kids to school and you see them off and you don't know what can happen. That is unknown.
Yeah.
You can eat something. You can eat something that you enjoy and you're buying it from the same place or you're cooking it every day or as often your favorite meal and you just don't know what can happen.
Mhm.
So there's unknown every second of the day. And this is why we should be so thankful that we got through that 24 hours and we're going through another 24 hours, etc., etc. And so when you look at unknown, I don't know who in the 8 billion people created this concept of unknown, that it is such a big monster, you're supposed to be afraid of it, that is going to hurt you, that there is something there, across there, because unknown seem to be across there. I don't know why it is across there. It is right here.
It's there. It's there.
Yeah, it's not over there. It's right here. So I'm like, who of the 8 billion people that created this concept that the unknown is this monster? It's over there. You know, I don't understand because there was unknown in your past and it was behind there and you got over that and now you're here. So did you get over the unknown behind there to get here? So what happened to the unknown over there?
I love this. I love it.
Yeah.
You know, with our human minds and our human psyche. So essentially we have primitive programming in us, okay? Primitive programming of hunter-gatherer. And you know, we have this survival instinct in us to be safe, to protect ourselves, to be protected and to not be hurt. So the ego mind is essentially a part of us which is like, you say, the wounded self. It's also that part of us that wants to keep, the intention of the ego mind is to keep us safe. Now, the way that the ego acts is a very, very different belief system. And so it will do whatever it takes to make sure that you're safe from any perception of danger. Now, the ego is made up of other people's stories, influences from other people, things you might have seen on TV or in a movie, you know, those inner fears that nobody knows about. It's made up of its own kind of ideology, and when it comes to the ego mind, it doesn't, it's like it wants to keep you safe, but it will make up stories. It will make you think that you're not good enough. It will make you think, well, don't go for that job, you won't get it because you haven't got the experience. It will make you think, you know, don't leave this relationship, like, because it's scarier out there than it is in here.
You don't know if you'll find a man. You don't know if anybody would love you. All sorts of crap, Layla. All sorts of crap. And what's the worst? I'm like, what's the worst? What's the worst? Okay, worst case scenario, Layla. Me and you single, bad relationship. We walked out of it. We took the option to walk away from the table. And there's no man in the 8 billion. 8 billion, there's none. We're going to be single. No man. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Oh, this is and this is where the journey comes in. So the ego doesn't like that. So.
Oh, really? I'll have to have a talk with the ego.
Exactly. So you've got to tame the ego. This is what I teach is that we tame the ego, and the ego is an aspect of us that needs to be communicated in a very different way, and sometimes it needs some effing and blinding, which is what I do. I'm just like, F off, I'm gonna go do this. Like, you know, I'm just gonna do it.
I do that.
So the ego again as well, the ego is lack. Everything is lack. Everything is never enough. It's never enough. There's never enough time. There's never enough resources. There's never enough of this, that, and the other. when it came to me leaving that relationship years ago and deciding, you know, I'm going to stay single for as long as it takes for me to be ready.
That's right. That's right.
That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to enjoy my life. I'm going to make the most of
Work on you. Work on you. Spend the time to know you.
Exactly. I'm going to have the best time. I'm going to go out and travel and go meet people and try all these crazy things.
Of course.
And it was amazing because it led me to my true love. Being in that space.
Out of the 8 billion. Out of the 8 billion.
Exactly. And this is why with the unknown, like I love that we're talking about the unknown, because in the space of the unknown is everything that you're looking for.
Oh, geez. Say that again, Layla.
Layla's vibe. In the unknown is everything that you're looking for. I've never shared that before.
Because you're on between the lines. What do you think, Layla?
I love it.
You're on between the lines. This is a place where all the nuggets are shared. Layla, in the unknown is everything that you're looking for. So when you made a decision or a choice to not go over there, you are actually stopping yourself from all the things that are waiting for you. Oh my goodness. Anybody listening to this or who will be listening to this, please take a leap of faith on yourself. Trust you. Yes. Trust you. I mean, you trust everybody else out there. You're listening to everybody. Why can't you just listen to yourself? Because there is a voice, you know, that tells us this is wrong. Ding, ding, ding. Something isn't right. I'm not feeling happy. I need to get out of this. There is a voice. And it nags you. You can't sleep. You're thinking about it. You're trying to justify staying. All those things are all those things are clues to tell you you need to get out. Get out. And don't worry about everybody else and what they think, because it's waiting for you in the unknown. Oh my goodness, Layla.
Shall I show you? I'll share some unknowns, okay, in my business journey.
Yes.
My background is in teaching, so I teach French and Spanish secondary school, and about 8 years ago, I think it was about 8 years ago, I decided that I was going to walk away from teaching. I loved it; it's my life's purpose. But I'd got to the stage where I was not balanced in my own space. I was not balanced in my own world. I was working 70, 80 hours a week. I was so ambitious. I still am, you know, so ambitious. And, you know, I decided that's it. I'm going to take some time out. I need to heal. I need a break. I've just got to stop kind of, you know, chasing the next thing. And like I'd moved up to assistant head teacher, and that was just, you know, really, really quickly within a short space of time.
Right.
And even when I was at in that space, it was like, this is still not it. This is still not.
It's not clicking. It's not resonating with your soul.
Yes, exactly. And so I took some time out and I set up my coaching practice, Life is Today Academy.
Yes.
And because I grew up with the mindset that each day could be my last. You know, after 12 years old and attempting suicide, I realized this day could be my last. And to this day, I live each day as if it is my last day. Because none of us know what is going to happen in the next moment. None of us know what is going to happen, you know, 10 minutes from now. So this is what I say. Life is today, right here, right now. This is the only moment which exists. How we talked and how we started, you know, 15, 20 minutes ago, it's already in the past. 10 seconds.
It's gone. It's gone. Do you know that since I got up this morning, I've already told 2 people that mean a lot to me that I love them. I just say, I love you. Yes. Yeah. I see people and I say, I love you. I hug people. And people may hear me say that and they're like, what? Why are you telling people you love them? Some of them they don't even know. Some of them may be my good friends. Why are you hugging up people? What? because it's not something that they practice, but it has to emanate from you. It has to come from you. And it's not something that I just do robotically. I'm not like that. It is a genuine love, a
You
genuine
do
expression.
it out of giving, because
Yeah, yeah,
giving and receiving are the same thing.
yeah,
And to give of yourself is to share who you are with others. You're doing it for yourself, and other people are receiving the gift of your love.
yeah.
Even if they're feeling uncomfortable, even if they're like, okay, this is a bit weird. I'm a big hugger. I'll hug, and like instead of shaking hands, usually
Yeah.
I'll give a hug. But I like to kind of change it up even for myself, so I don't get
Yeah.
used to it. But you want to give with an open heart, and you want to do something. So actually going back to what I was saying there about with the business,
Yeah.
how it was so unknown is I'd set up the business and nobody knew me in Glasgow. I literally have been following my heart since I was a child. And when you follow your heart, you listen to your intuition, you
Yeah.
have no idea what the next step is, what the bigger purpose
That's
is.
the beauty of it. That's the beauty.
That's fun. It's like, oh my gosh, like what's going to happen next?
Next.
What's going to
happen next?
Exactly. What surprises are you going to get?
You're excited. You're like, I'm just living in the moment. I really don't give a damn what happens next, but whatever comes next, I'll just deal with it then.
Exactly. You enjoy it. And this is quite amazing. The things that have happened in my business since. And all I was doing was like, okay, I don't know anybody here. I don't know anybody. I don't have a network. I literally just come out of education. I'm an academic, really, and to go into business, it was two very, very different worlds. But the amazing thing is that I'd started blogging, started this business, started to put out there that I'm looking for clients and so on. Met one person, she became a client. Met another person, she became a client. Met somebody else, became a client. And then the awards came in. So I got an award a couple of years ago for Outstanding Woman in Business in Scotland. Completely out of the blue. All I was doing was being of service, was giving my love and sharing how much I was able to at that time, as abundantly as I could. And I was just putting myself out there, and then this award came through. And then these amazing things started to happen with my book. And
universe open up for you, Layla.
The universe opened up its abundance to me because my mind was open to abundance, because I could not be a successful businesswoman thinking that there are not enough clients out there, that there is no one out there who's going to read my book, that there is no one out there that I'm going to impact. You have to open your mind.
Give the universe permission. I'm going to come back to that. Give the universe permission. I give you permission. Say it loud. I give you permission to provide me with abundance, to serve me with abundance, to put it on a golden platter, however you want to say it. I give you permission. And it feels good. It feels good. There's a release that comes from that. When you say the word, some people may feel uncomfortable doing that. Just say it and you will feel a difference in you,
That's the unknown. People are even afraid to say something different, to use a different word, to talk about something different. Like I talk about everything now. I talk about angels. I talk about, oops.
No, that's fine. You go ahead.
I talk about so many different things because there's another Layla's Wise Bar that there is a ripple effect to not speaking out or not speaking up. And what's in your heart has been given to you for a reason, and it's your journey to explore that, and that means going into the unknown.
That seed is planted in you. That seed is planted in you.
And look at the cover of the book.
My God, let us know. No, we're working with it. I'm going to come back and play this. So you stay quiet now, Layla. I'm going to play this. There we go. Beautiful. Just like the 8 billion, you have 101 plus.
Yes.
There must be one. There must be one tip in there that, that can help somebody out there, right? Just like there must be one guy or one person, at least one. Out of the 8 billion, you have 101 plus. There must be one.
There is definitely one. There's definitely more than one.
So if you go through from cover to cover, you must find one people. One.
Abundance. Abundance.
Yeah, right. Something to help you. And so I see you have a free downloadable copy, and you with Black Card Books. And I've had another author here who also was on the Black Card Books, and I love the setup they do for you. You have your own page, you know, the opt-in, etc. It's beautifully done. Then you have it's perfect, you know, where you have the nice video, promo video. You have some text narrative here. It's beautifully done. I love how Black Card Books, really helps their authors, you know. It's a nice template. It's lovely. And I want to hop across now to your website and find out if there's anything in particular that you would want me to feature here. I see you're into blogging. You have a shop. You have a speaking as well.
The pages are being updated.
That's okay.
So I've got my Trailblazers Mentorship, which is my coaching program. And this is where women who are daring to overcome their obstacles and daring to step into their courageous life. You know, they're wanting to be happier. They're wanting to feel confident in themselves. They're wanting to really believe in themselves and their abilities to create positive change in their life. And the mentorship is my 6-month coaching program, and we work together, and I teach classes as live classes, lots of things, email coaching.
So you do it online, so anybody around the world can get access.
It's international. I've got women from all over the world joining the classes, being part of the mentorship. It's like, this was unknown. This is unknown.
This is unknown. Let me ask you a question as we round up, Layla. Are you originally from London or migrated there, or what? Originally from London?
Yeah, so I'm originally from London. My family are from Pakistan.
Okay.
And I was born in London, grew up in London in Hackney, and I never felt at home. I never felt at home in London. It was too, let's just say there were too many painful memories for me there. And so I have always known that I'm meant to travel, that I'm meant to explore the world, to explore my soul is essentially the journey that I've been on. And I always knew I had such an affinity with Scotland. I knew everything was here for me. And I moved here about 5 years ago. And over the years, I've traveled all over the place, and you know, lived in France, lived abroad, traveled and loved it. But now I'm in Edinburgh, and my work takes me all over the place, all over the world. And I'm going back to London in a few days' time for some speaking engagements, and then back up to Edinburgh, and then Glasgow, and there's so many amazing things happening.
Beautiful. I am happy for you because you gave permission. You gave permission. And if
Yeah.
persons want to contact you, of course, they can use the contact us page. And of course, I want them to come over here,
Yes.
on LeilaKhanAuthor.com. I think this is where the action is at. Grab a copy. This is where the action is at, because everything is happening, even the nice little movie trailer. It sounds so dramatic. Yeah, it sounds so dramatic, but life can be dramatic for some of you. And, you're making a drama, being a drama queen out of nothing. Some of you, right? They're making a mountain out of a molehill out of nothing. If you just step back and see the thing for what it is, you'll be like, oh, please, right? So don't be a drama queen. Okay? Don't be a drama queen. And that's for men and women too. Drama queens.
Yeah.
Right?
Your problems aren't there to be held on to. Like, let go of them. They're just there as a teaching mechanism. They're there to learn from.
Yeah.
And
and life, life is such an interesting thing. If you look at the cues and the signs, and you're tapped into that spiritual source and into yourself, you will be able to discern where you should go and where you shouldn't go. I believe that we have an internal sort of barometer that tells us if something is right, if something is wrong. We feel it. It's raw feelings. You know it's not right. Don't even try to rationalize, or don't even allow your brain or the ego or the conscious, which is the part that tends to rationalize, to tell you this or that. From the time your brain's had to go there, tell it stop. You tell the conscious stop thinking, because then you go into overthinking and you start getting stressed out. You tell the conscious to stop and just follow what your feelings tell you. And if you just follow that, I'm sure you'll be making better decisions. You'll be making better decisions and choices. And it wouldn't be a matter of what anybody else is telling you, what your family wants, what your spouse wants, what your grandparent, your boss, whoever, your friends. Because you see, these same people are faced with challenges too, and who gave them the permission or the authority to decide for you? Because when it's their turn, they're most likely not taking you on and having your input into their life. So we have to really take a stand for us. We have to be, as I remember saying, the CEO of our own life. We have to be the CEO of our own life. Take charge of it. It's us. Invest in us. Be prepared to make those decisions and stand by it. Yeah? Make sense, Leila?
Absolutely. Here. This is your life. It's for you to enjoy. It's for you to embrace. It's for you to go out there and explore, and to know this as well. You deserve to fill up your own cup first, so that you can be there for others. You really hear
Say that again, Leila, because another guest said that on my show too. You cannot, I'm telling you, and you're tapping into something very significant for me. And having you this morning is just in tandem with the vibration within me and around me. That you're saying that you cannot help someone if you're dry. If you go to a well and it's empty, how can you help yourself or even help somebody else? But if you are filled, if your well is filled, you can gladly share that and be able to serve yourself.
That is abundance. Like, abundance starts with you. Self-love starts with you. Taking care of others starts with you. Take care of yourself. Fill up your own cup. Go to bed earlier. Eat different foods. Exercise your body. Expand your mind. Listen to your heart. Tap into your intuition. Make decisions based on what feels right and true for you. Explore your inner world.
People see it as selfish, Leila. Why are you spending so much time? You're supposed to take care of me, meaning them. You're not doing enough, and we're under pressure, especially as women. We know that. We have a perceived role in society, in the home, in the family, and we are carrying the burden. Yes, the men go out and work, but a lot of us women are working and still coming home to do the wifely things and the motherly things, while the men sit down and wait for us to do it. So
it's also up to, the thing is, it is up to the woman to find her voice, or the other person to find her voice and say, no, you're capable of doing this yourself. You're capable of taking care of yourself. How about you treat me? How about I step away and fill up my own cup instead of running around after everybody trying to do so many things, and in the meantime lose my well-being, lose my connection to my own well-being, because you have yours.
Yeah.
You know, so this is about just reminding yourself, and if you've never done it, you know, if it's any of the women here or men, if you've never put yourself first, start small. Fill up your own cup. Live this life experience for yourself. Codependent relationships, they're not healthy. They're not healthy. Enabling these kind of behaviors doesn't serve in the long run, because it builds up resentment and frustration, anger, and this idea that, okay, well, this is all there is for me. And it's like, no. What if you are meant to be the one who can transform thousands of girls' lives who are, you know, in awful situations, whatever they might be? What if you're the creator of the art and the sculptures that are going to transform people's visions? Do you know what I mean? It's like, there's so much more. And this is why I say, really fill up your own cup, and from that overflow, give. And that's what I do. It's what I've been practicing. I continue to practice. I give from my overflow because I take care of myself. And I see it in my clients. I see it in my connections. Like, take care of yourself so that you can be there for others. It's not a bad thing to be selfish. It's not a good thing to be self-centered.
I want to end on that note, Layla. I don't want us to say another word. Don't say another word. Don't say another word, Layla. That's it. That's it, people. I am not saying another word. All I'm going to say is thank you, Layla, for being here. For being here, meaning in this moment. For being here, meaning above ground. For going through what you have been through. For making the choices that you made and the decisions. Because it was only through going through what you went through that made you prepared for who you are today. And some people fret and worry over what they're going through and focus on the issue, as opposed to looking at what is the lesson that I can learn from this to help me to move to a state of abundance. Change your mindset, change your perception, change your perspective. Give the universe permission. Know that the things that you need is in the unknown. And once you know that, there's no fear. There's no fear. Layla, thank you.
It's been such a pleasure. It's been such a pleasure. I've so loved speaking with you. Thank you for having me.
And I know you have an appointment and I have time to do some other things. We all have commitments, but let me tell you, this is the best time I've spent, and this is why I do my radio shows. I tell people it's 30 minutes, but hell, I cannot stay 30 minutes. I talk, and you're in London, I'm in Trinidad and Tobago. I mean, please. I don't talk to people. I don't talk to people in London every day. I talk to people all over the world. I get the opportunity to do that. And I just cannot stay 30 minutes. There's no way. There's no way. And I want my audience to get value. Just as how we said, out of the 8 billion, there must be one. Out of the 101 plus tips you shared in your book, there must be one. Out of all my shows, out of this particular episode, there must be something that resonates with somebody. There's somebody going through something right now. And I want them to somehow find this show, find this episode, and their life turn around. Because I've had people who told me they have listened, they have watched, whatever it is I'm doing in my business with this and other things, and they're like, it changed my life. And there's no amount of money, Layla, that you could pay me to hear those words from somebody, that something I said, did, has changed your life. There's no amount of money, that joy, that satisfaction, that I am one person out of the 8 billion that can have an impact on one other or as many others. That is satisfaction to me.
Yes, I love that so much. Value. We're here to give value. We're here to give value.
We're here to
And
serve. We're here to
we're
serve.
here to serve. We're here for each other. We really, really are. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Just one last thing, though. One last thing.
One last thing, Layla.
None of us are on our own. Okay,
Yeah.
so it might seem as if you might be going through a lonely journey. You know, tap into yourself, learn to love yourself, and understand that the skills and the resources are within you. Divine timing is at play. You know, things will come to you at the right time. But know this much: you're not alone. There is of the 8 billion people, you don't know that many people, and there are so many people to meet, to connect with, to speak to from the heart, to have this conversation with. You know, I'm in Scotland at the moment. You're in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Through the internet, we've connected to have this beautiful conversation, and I'm so grateful that we've connected in this way, and we've shared some heart and soul.
Yes, yes. Be patient. I like that. Layla, how many times I'm going to say thank you? Thank you, Layla. Thank you, Layla, for being here, for doing this. I want to wish you all the best, and we need to stay in touch. Yes. Sisters like us, no matter where we are, we need to stay connected because we feed off each other's energy and we help each other in different ways to achieve those goals and dreams that we have set for ourselves. And as you said, that connection, you're not alone. It helps to empower you. It helps to inspire you. It helps to, as you say, that cup overflowing to let you know that it is possible and that you can live a life of abundance. It is possible. Thank you, Layla, for being on Between the Lines.
Such a pleasure. Thank you.